Welcome back to Legal Lens Zimbabwe, your number one stop for unraveling the mysteries of the law. Today, we're talking about the Convention on Biological Diversity, or CBD for short. No, it's not a wellness trend. It's an international legal effort to save life on Earth. Let's dive in, shall we? Once upon a time, not that long ago, humanity woke up to a sobering reality. We're destroying biodiversity faster than a teenager runs through their mobile data. Species? Disappearing. Forests? Poof. Coral reefs? Vanishing like socks in the washing machine. To tackle this, the United Nations Environment Program, UNEP, gathered its brightest minds in 1988. The United Nations Environment Program, UNEP, convened the ad hoc working group of experts on biological diversity in November 1988 to explore the need for an International Convention on Biological Diversity. Soon after, in May 1989, it established the ad hoc working group of technical and legal experts to prepare an international legal instrument for the conservation and sustainable use of biological diversity. The experts were to take into account the need to share costs and benefits between developed and developing countries, as well as ways and means to support innovation by local people. By 1992, they had cooked up the CBD, a global treaty to protect biodiversity and promote sustainable use. It remained open for signature until June 4th, 1993, by which time it had received 168 signatures. Zimbabwe was one of the signatures. Imagine it as a peace treaty between humans and nature, signed at the legendary Rio Earth Summit. Now, let's talk numbers, and they're not pretty. Since 1990, we've lost 178 million hectares of forest. Migratory fish populations have declined by a whopping 76%. And don't even get me started on coral reefs. They're like the endangered pandas of the ocean. But wait, there's more. Only 6.35% of the ocean is protected, and 35% of wetlands are gone. It's like we're playing a tragic global game of Jenga with our ecosystems. For those wondering, what exactly is biodiversity? Let me simplify. Biodiversity is the variety of life in a given area. Think plants, animals, fungi, microbes. It's a living orchestra, and every member has a role in keeping the ecosystem in harmony. Without biodiversity, life as we know it would crumble faster than a dry cookie. The CBD has three big goals, so think of it as nature's trifecta of hope. 1. Conservation of biodiversity, protecting Earth's incredible variety of life. 2. Sustainable use, using biodiversity wisely so future generations don't inherit a wasteland. 3. Fair and equitable sharing, ensuring genetic resources benefit everyone fairly because teamwork makes the dream work. What makes the CBD special? It's the first global treaty to cover ecosystems, species, and genetic resources under one umbrella. And it's packed with cool extras like it provides supplementary protocols like the Cartagena Protocol on Biosafety, handling living modified organisms responsibly, because nobody wants rogue mutant tomatoes running around. Nagoya Protocol, ensuring countries get their fair share of benefits from genetic resources, kind of like royalties for nature. The CBD isn't just words on paper, it has enforcement mechanisms. National reporting, wherein parties to the CBD are required to submit regular national reports on their implementation of the convention. These reports provide transparency and allow for monitoring of progress and challenges, scientific advice through the SBSDTA. This body provides scientific and technical assessments of the status of biological diversity and the effectiveness of measures taken to implement the CBD. It helps in identifying areas where parties may need additional support or guidance, financial support through the Global Environment Facility, which serves as the financial mechanism for the CBD. It provides funding to developing countries to help them meet their obligations under the convention. This ensures that lack of financial resources does not hinder compliance, all designed to keep countries on track. There is also the CHM, the clearinghouse mechanism, facilitates the exchange of information and promotes technical and scientific cooperation among parties. It helps in disseminating knowledge and best practices, which can aid in compliance. But here's the thing, laws are only as good as their enforcement. Though prior to the convention, in 1991, Iraqi troops set fire to oil wells as they withdrew from Kuwait, releasing an estimated 380 to 520 million gallons of oil into the Persian Gulf, the largest oil spill ever recorded. The spill created a toxic slick that covered thousands of square miles of ocean and devastated the region's coral reefs and mangroves. Look at what's happening after. Oil spills in the Niger Delta. Between 2011 and 2022, there were about 10,000 oil spills in the Niger Delta, releasing 500,000 barrels of oil. In 2020 and 2021, Nigeria's National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency recorded 822 oil spills, totaling 28,000 barrels of oil. The Niger Delta is one of the most polluted places on Earth. 40 acres of mangrove forest were destroyed in the fire that erupted as a result of a spill. A mangrove forest is a wetland ecosystem of trees and shrubs that grow in tropical subtropical coastal areas. Another name for it are either mangrove swamps or mangrove thickets. In 2010, the BP Deepwater Horizon exploded, burned and sank in the Gulf of Mexico, spilling approximately 206 million gallons of oil. Despite the CBD's best efforts, humanity still has a habit of, well, shooting itself in the ecological foot. Closer to home, we saw the tragic contamination of Lake Chivero in Zimbabwe in 2024. Yes, just last year. Thousands of fish died, and fingers pointed at local authorities for sewage disposal into the lake. It's a harsh reminder that laws like the CBD are only effective when fully implemented. Alright, viewers, riddle me this. Why is biodiversity still hanging on by a thread, even with frameworks like the CBD in place? Is it because enforcement is as rare as a unicorn? Is it funding too little, too late? Or maybe, just maybe, we've been ignoring Mother Nature's very unsubtle eviction notices, assuming she was bluffing. Spoiler alert, she wasn't. Here's the deal, we can do better. And honestly, we must. I know. Nobody likes a preacher. But if a little fire and brimstone rhetoric is what it takes to get us off the couch, grab your hymnals because I'm about to preach. We need to rally behind laws that actually protect biodiversity, put polluters in the hot seat, and empower communities with the knowledge and tools to embrace sustainability. Because let's be real, no forests, no fish, no fun. A world like that? Hard pass. And no, invisible fairies or angels won't swoop in to save us. This is our fight, yours, mine, and everyone in between. So, are we ready to roll up our sleeves and get to work? Let's make it happen. That's all for today on Legal Lens Zimbabwe. Like, comment, and subscribe for more legal deep dives. Together, we can ensure Zimbabwe and the world protects biodiversity for generations to come.